And then the next one is this, number 5. Yan. When you look at number 5, if you try to this one using your calculator, 1 plus j and then raised to 6, it will give you what? A math error. Because what? It cannot be, you cannot use your calculator um uh for directly, no, directly getting the root, getting the power. Okay, there is a way, but I hope you try to discover it on your own. But if we're going to use the process that uh we have for this topic, first one is to convert this one to polar form. The polar form of this is 1.414 angle 45 degrees. I did not use my calculator because I'm sure of this. No? Okay. So the first one is to raise your 1.414 to 6. No? Ay, teka. Raise your 1.414 to 6. So it gives you 7.993. And then multiply 45 by 6. So it's like this. Kasi maybe I'm going too fast. 1.414 raised to 6. And then angle 6 times 45 degrees. Okay? So we have 7.993 angle 6 times 45, which is 270 degrees. Okay? So basically, you can use that one, or you can approach this one with uh with in rectangular form. You can use negative j 7.993. Okay, so this will be your answer for number 5. Okay, next. For number 6, there are things that I need to clarify regarding this one. For number 6, you may notice that there's this one, j raised to 5. If you're going to raise to use j, or to give powers for j, you need to see this one, no? J raised to 1 is equal to j, okay? But j squared, of course, it's j squared, no? And then after that, when you multiply this one by j, it's j cubed. Definitely, by the way, j squared is simply what? Negative 1, because j is equal to square root of negative 1. For j cubed, it's j times j squared. And since you know that j squared is negative 1, it will be what? Negative j. So, sorry, j to the fourth is equal to, you have 2j squareds. And that j squared is equal to what? Negative 1 squared is 1. Okay? So, what will happen is, if you want to get j raised to 5th power, that is equal to what? It's j times j to the fourth. But since that j to the fourth is 1, it will be equal to what? J. So, meaning to say, it will go back to this value again. Yan. Meaning, j raised to 6 is negative 1, j raised to 7 is negative j, and j raised to 8 is 1. Okay? That's it. Now, how do we perform this operation? To perform this operation, we have here j raised to 5th power plus j minus 1 plus 3 plus j cube raised to 8. Okay? So, find first the power of j here. What I do is this. Example, I'm given what? Let's say j raised to 23. I'm dividing 23 by 4, and then if the remainder is 0.25, then it will be j. If it's 0.5, then it's negative 1, no? If it's 0.75, it's negative j. In this case, j raised to 23 is negative j. And then j raised to 4. Um, if the remainder is, if it doesn't have decimal portion, then it will be what? Equal to 1. Okay? For 5, it's j. Correct? Kasi 5 over 4 is, the decimal portion is what? 0.25. So you'll get there what? J plus j minus 1 plus, okay, how do we get the power? 3 plus j3. And then, to polar, we have 4.243 angle what? 45 degrees raised to 8. Okay? So, can I make it -1 plus j2? So, I join the two j's. And then plus what? Plus 4. The first one is to raise to 8 the magnitude, 4.243 raised to 8. It will be a large number. So, it will be 4.243 raised to 8 angle 45 times 8, which is 360. Okay? Well, 360 degrees is the same as 0. No? So, ibig sabihin, the final answer is 4.243 raised to 8 minus 1. This is the real part. And then the imaginary part is plus j2. This becomes the final answer. It's on you, no? If you want to expand the 4.243 raised to 8. But it's okay that it's expressed in this way. And then for 7, find the square roots of z as -1 minus j. Okay. You need to remember this. If you want, kasi this one will be extracted, no? Example, if you want to have, let's say, x squared as 1 minus j, -1 minus j, okay? And then you're going to extract the root. If you're going to extract, then, or let's say it's z squared as this, I know this one is z in its so let that be x. I just name a variable for this. If you want to get the square root of this, remember the square root of a number is always, when it is extracted, it is equal to 2. The cube root is 3. Okay, so the number of roots depends on the number of indices, index of the index of the radical. Okay, so for this part, you cannot simply make it like this, square root of what? -1 minus j. No, it will give you an error. But what you can do is this: get the polar form uh, of that number. So we have there square root of 1.414 angle -135 degrees. So get the square root of this is square root of 2, which is 1.189. And then what do you need to do for this? Wait, by the way, wait lang, I will erase this first. Let's get first the theta k. Theta k is simply 360 degrees over the index. Since this is a square root, that will be 2. That will be 180. Okay? So, to get the root, finally, we have what? First is 1.189. Sir, how did you do that? Just get the square root of 1.414. And then let the 135 divided by 2. So, -67.5 degrees. Okay? This is the first root. The first root is what we call the principal root. Okay? Usually, especially in transmission lines, when we encounter the computation of the square root of complex numbers, we only consider the principal value. However, in the context of the problem, we need to find not just one, but the word what is square roots. Okay, so 1.189, same magnitude, but you have to add this one by theta k by 180. So, -67.5 plus 180. which is 112.5. Meaning, both values, if you try to get their square, you will get the same what? Negative 1 minus j. And they are what? They are explementary. Meaning, example, the vector is this. We have there what? Negative 67.5. So this is your x sub 1. The other root is where? This is what? Negative 67.5. The other root is at here. No? It's at there. No? 112.5. Not explementary. I mean, the distance between them should be what? Should be d theta k. Okay, it's 360 over 2, which is 108. Okay, so that's it. Next to it is this. What if we need to find the cube roots of 8? So for the cube roots of 8, we have this one. The cube root of 8, definitely, sir, I think the answer is 2. Okay. So let's say this is z as the cube root of 8. No, but it's not only 2. It's 8 angle 0. So, theta k is 360 degrees all over 3, which definitely is equal to 120 degrees. Meaning, all the roots have what? Angle displacement of 120 degrees from one another. So we'll get there the cube root of 8 as 2, but what? 0 divided by 3 is 0, but the others are what? 2 angle, we need to add 0 from 120 from 0, so 2 angle 120. And the other one is 2 angle 240. Okay? In rectangular, this is 2. Negative 1 plus j square root of 3. Oh, sorry, it's negative 1. Tama. Negative 1 plus j square root of 3. Teka lang ha. Okay, and then we have also negative 1 minus j squared of 3. That's in rectangular form. Sir, do we need to express in rectangular form? Not necessarily. But the reason why I'm showing you this, it's because we can validate the answer using algebraic approach. So algebraic approach, what I mean is this. We have there what? The cube roots of 8 started with this, no? So to find the answer, we can what? Transpose the 8 to the other side, and then we'll get x minus 2. Factor it out, and then x squared plus 2x plus 4. So from x minus 2 is 0, we already have one root, which is 2. For this part, we have x squared plus 2x plus 4. And using quadratic formula, we can have here what? It's negative 1 plus minus j square root of 3. Which what? Which gives you the same values as these roots. Okay? So that's it. Remember, the first root is the principal. This is the second root, and this is the third root. Okay? Next to it is number 9. For number 9, evaluate the fifth root of 120 e raised to j 2.51. And I told you in the past video that whenever you have a term with E that's in what? Radian. Okay? So convert first the angle to 51 radian times 180 degrees over pi. It has to be converted to degrees first. Okay? So we have 2.51 times 180 over pi, which is 143.81. Okay? So we need to find the fifth root of this. Well, the the problem does not require to find all five. Okay? But I guess it's a practice on your end how to find that. 120 angle what? 143.81 degrees. Because that one is not extracted. It is what? Um operation indicated. So you don't need to what? To get all five roots. So what you need to do first is to get the fifth root of 120, which is 2.605, and then divide by 5 the angle 143.81. You have to divide it by 5 as 28.76 degrees. This will be your answer for that. Now, if you want to practice to get all five roots, these are the things that I want you to consider. First, the theta k, which is the angle displacement between what? Between the roots is 360 degrees over 5. Okay? So in every vector there is this what? 72 degrees displacement. So you're going to add this one by 72 until you get to the fifth root. Okay? When you look at what? Your number 8, this is the pattern. First we have 2, 1, 2, no? And then we have negative 1 plus j squared of 3, which is this one. And then we have negative 1 minus j squared of 3. So from here to here, it's 120. From here to here, it's also 120. And from here to here, it's also what? 120. That's what I'm calling what? The angle displacement between vectors. Okay? Or between roots. Okay? So with that said, thank you very much for listening. Next video, we'll talk about the exponential form of complex numbers, the logarithmic form of complex numbers, and the other operations. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.